That, but it's very clever with luxury leather ties. Now, you believe that leather is timeless at WEEF, and I've had an opportunity to go to their website and look at their products, and now I'm holding them in my hands. And in studio with me, I've got Devan Swanepoel, who's the co-founder. Good evening and welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful. Are you going to be reading off a script?
I'm not. I'm going to be this one.
Okay, no, that's good because, I love the eye contact, I like, there we go, there we go. Okay, you started this with a very good friend of yours in 2013. You met when you were both working for a design studio.
Okay.
Tell us more about what it was that sparked this idea.
Okay, so I was in advertising for the advertising realm for quite some time.
Yeah.
And I actually represented that company at the Louis Awards in September 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember having brown leather shoes, brown leather belt, and a brown leather white strap.
Yes.
And the one thing I did miss was obviously a brown leather tie. So what I did was I ran down to Long Street and I found a guy with a little machine.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, dude, can you make me a leather tie? Because I couldn't find one online anyway.
Is it something you wanted specifically to complete your look?
Exactly.
You're right.
So then I chatted to this guy and he ended up making me a leather tie.
Mm-hmm.
And that evening, the 21st of September 2014, at the event,
yes,
it got so much attention that it just went off like.
Are you serious?
Ties.
People actually noticed that you're wearing a leather tie and they made a
People
big
came
deal.
out of the crowd going like, dude, is that a leather tie? And I was like, yo, feel it.
And then that's when it really started. So now you've produced a line of leather ties, and if you want to go to their website, it is www.weef, spelled WEEFWEAR.com, and you can look at what it is that they offer. But I'm also holding the ties, the samples and the fabrics in my hand. Can you just talk us through your product range?
Yeah, okay, so we launched actually today, 4 months ago. So today is a 4-month anniversary. We launched on the 27th of September 2016, and we launched with 6 colors.
Wow.
We've got the Charlie Brown, which is the brown, and then we've got the matte black, we've got the cognac tan, we've got the deep navy, the pepper grey, and the oxblood red.
You see what I did to help you along?
No, I know the colors.
Now, I love these colors. First of all, they are manly, but they are creative. So if I'm a man and I'm looking to wear a tie every day, I can actually wear these every day because of the variety you offer me. So in the beginning, I believe that you outsourced, your designs and stuff, and then eventually you decided to actually make an investment and bring it in-house. Why was it important for you to make that step?
I think I hate being at the mercy of someone.
Right.
So basically, we tried a few production houses, and there's 3 things that's a problem. The first thing is quality control, because no one's going to let you into their production company. The second thing is timing.
Yeah.
So if they get a big order, they're just going to move yours to the side.
Because you're small, you're starting out, you're still testing and doing all of those things.
Exactly. And the other thing is they're obviously going to overcharge you.
Yes, the markup.
Exactly. So then obviously we went through that, we paid our school fees, and then we went, listen, if we want to do this, we're going to have to do this right.
Right. So where do you source the material, the actual leather from?
So the whole project is we want to keep everything in sunny Cape Town, South Africa. The leather is sourced locally. Everything's produced in Cape Town, just outside Cape Town.
Go to an abattoir and buy the skin of the cow.
I'm very particular when it comes to this. I actually drive out. I get my stuff in my leather in Paarl. So I drive up obviously all the way, and I literally hand pick each one because I want to make the best. So obviously leather is a natural product, and it comes from an animal. And this animal would maybe had a scrape against a tree, whatever. So all these blemishes also add to the
beautiful character.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So now, in terms of the coloring and getting it to the different shades, tell us about that process.
So I think when we sat down, we actually chose the colors. We wanted something that's actually that says premium, because I think our market is obviously young, up and coming entrepreneurs, guys who've kind of in the business realm and all that. So you'll see there our matte black, our Charlie Brown, our deep navy, and then also our pepper grey is more safer colors, where your oxblood red and your cognac tan is a little bit more playful.
It's more out there.
Exactly.
Yes. So now, who is your typical customer? You've spoken about the young upcoming executive, but have you been surprised at who's been interested?
Okay, so when we launched this kind of brand, we wanted to kind of show the world what South Africa has to offer, and I think our purple cow was the fact that my friend is obviously, my partner's European. So then we knew from the get-go we would launch the brand internationally.
Right.
To go and go like, this is what's happening in Cape Town, and we can compete with the rest of the world. And I think we're also seeing this trend now in like South African music and movies. That whole thing about, you know, it's good enough for South Africa. I think that era is like dying out because we are as good.
If not better.
You know what I'm saying?
In so many respects. Now, one of the things that interested me in this product was the fact that this is a product that can last years and years and years. It's durable.
Exactly.
So it's something that you can literally hand over to your son.
Exactly.
You know, and say, hey, this is something for you. So this is, you know, something that might be a family heirloom in like 50 years' time, actually.
Exactly.
And why was it a big thing for you to keep it leather, strictly leather, and not maybe experiment with other, or maybe you may in the future, but for now I suppose the emphasis is on the leather.
Yeah, I think you said it so beautifully. I think leather is a beautiful, timeless medium. Like we spoke earlier, like I've got a tie, the one I'm wearing currently, I've had for more than a year, and the more I've knotted it, the more it just kind of blends and kind of folds around into place.
Yes.
And I think, yeah, it's such a beautiful thing, hence the name WEEF.
Yeah.
So we
What
kind
does
of,
weave mean?
so in Afrikaans, I'm actually Afrikaans boy. So,
Oh, yeah, right.
so I guess, yeah, Afrikaans are basically, the word weave is from the Afrikaans word weef, and in English it's obviously weave, and it's basically South Africa weaving with kind of Europe and the rest of the world.
So weave means weave.
Exactly. And
But it's veef. How do you pronounce
Veef, yeah.
Veef,
Veef.
okay.
So obviously, yeah, weave is in Afrikaans is weef. So also the fact that leather weaves well with other materials as well, and that's definitely something that we're looking at in the future.
I see you're wearing a pocket square that's also made of leather. Is that part of your product offering, or that's just your own special?
This is actually this is actually something that's going to be launched very shortly. So in addition to the tie, you can actually get the matching pocket square.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, it's got like a diamond shape at the top, and then it's also got like the flat side. So you can wear it either the diamond shape or like this.
Right.
And it's also a pocket as well. You can put your card or the rings for the special day or something in there as well. And then we're also launching
the bow tie.
yeah leather bow ties. So this is something that you'll see coming up very shortly.
Oh wow,
in the
this
course
is
of the
so
year.
cute. I almost wish I had a son going to matric, and he's gonna have this for his matric dance. That is so cute. Okay, now this is really nice because then you can actually just sell it as a set.
Exactly.
You know, and say, hey, you can buy a tie, you can buy a bow tie, you can have the pocket square, and who knows, in the future you can even have a belt. I don't know. So this is really beautiful, but the packaging, I mean, it's in this beautiful box, natural box, and you know it's hand, you know, it's engraved on top. So really, I see a lot of attention to detail here. Who did you use to design, and what concept did you give them or brief?
So I think if there's a tip I can give out there is if you ever want to start a company, start it with a designer. So my business partner Patrick, he's a designer by trade.
Right.
And this is literally us workshopping back and forth because the truth is you only get one introduction.
Yeah.
And when you get this unit, it needs to be an experience.
Yeah.
They call it the golden thread. You know, once you get it, the opening, the whole experience. I think that's why Apple does so well as well.
Because they
like,
package it
you know what I'm saying?
beautifully.
And everything is thought of. Every single thing in that it's got a function.
Now the bow tie box almost looks like one of those old suitcases that you used to hold like this, that had the two long straps that go all around it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of feel I get when I see this. I love the masculinity that you've included in the design. It speaks to me and it says, I'm man, I am luxurious, and I wear a weef.
Well, that's it. I think that's kind of the whole vibe we kind of want to send across. And I think the funny thing is, I heard this quote the other day. It said, it takes years to design a ball and then months to pump it up. And then once it's done, you kick it into the world and you hope it bounces.
Oh, wow.
And I think the response that we've gotten from our local market has been overwhelming. Like down to the wedding market has latched onto us.
Yes.
Because it's such a beautiful kind of gift.
Yes,
for
I
groomsmen.
saw that on your website.
And we also engrave on it. So you can put the
Wow.
dates or anything like that. And it's something that obviously your man will have for the rest of his life.
So you can really customize it, you know, like a special present, like this is my tie.
Exactly.
I love it. I love the packaging also just of your ties. You know, it's pretty much like something that he would want to keep. There's the ties and then there's the tie.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it was designed, obviously, no one would actually throw that away. You know what I'm saying?
The
You would
box
use the
is
box
beautiful, and I mean it's just got these different compartments. And if you're wondering what am I talking about, please do log on to their website, WEEFWEAR.com, and you can see exactly what we're talking about. And there's all sorts of goodies inside. What's in there is like, welcome to the world of Weave. By nature, leather is a natural product. We would like to help you care for your products, so you can also teach them how to care, do's and don'ts. Don't throw it in the washing machine,
Exactly.
in the
Don't
dryer.
leave it in the sun.
Don't leave it in the, because there is a very particular way of caring for leather, right?
Exactly.
And what's the best way to care for leather products to ensure that they last long?
Okay, so we use a pull-up bovine leather, which is obviously a cowhide, and already all these leathers are already treated with natural oils, and we do not recommend that you treat it with any creams or anything, because it will change the color of the leather tie.
Right.
So we don't. I mean, you can literally, as you get it in its box, you can literally leave it. The only thing you can do though is you can sharpen it up by maybe just ironing it on low heat with like a little cotton cloth.
Yeah.
And just to crisp it up if you wanted to do that.
And then last but not least, the important question: how much is all of this going to set me back?
Okay, so our skinny ties are currently going for $7.99 online, and then the bow ties will be in the region of about $4.50.
Nice.
And then also your pocket squares will be $1.99.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So how do people buy these products? Are they strictly online, or do you have retailers that you're working with?
So I think hence the fact that I'm in Joburg, we do currently have stock in South African market in Cape Town. If you guys want, please do check them out, southafricanmarket.co.za. And then I've been chatting to some retailers in Joburg as well, because what I'm getting is people really want to see and feel and look at the color swatches.
Yes, and smell the leather.
Exactly.
And just engage the product.
Exactly. So I'm definitely going to be setting up in Joburg very shortly. A lot of people have been very interested, so definitely watch this space.
And guys, if it doesn't say WEEF, it's not a WEEF.
There we go.
And second last, actually this is last. If somebody wants to order, let's say for a wedding, and they want to customize it, how long do they have to wait? How long is your turnaround time for big orders? Because it is the beginning of the year. It's kind of down season, but it tends to pick up as the holiday and the wedding season comes around.
Well, just to give you an idea, we literally just did a pretty decent wedding not too long ago, where we had 7 groomsmen, and then also obviously 1 groom. So there was one. So the groom obviously has the skinny tie, and then the groomsmen have the bow ties, or vice versa. And an order like that would take us about a week and a half, 2 weeks max.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you are somebody that loves something special and you want a tie made just for you, they can also do that, right? You can customize it for you.
Yeah, sometimes we can engrave on it, laser engrave on it, and then also some people want a little bit wider.
Yeah.
So we can also do that. Obviously, just according to obviously their specification.